Masters Vessel Classical Academy, Primary Section. On the roll.
Hello, the children of the Masters Vessel Classical Academy. My name is Mrs. Odinamadu Felicia. The subject for today's lesson is English Studies. English Studies for Basic 3. English Studies for Basic 3. The topic of today's lesson is punctuation. Punctuation. And under punctuation, we are going to talk about full stop and question mark. Full stop and question mark. Objectives of the lesson. Objectives of the lesson. These are the things you must achieve at the end of this lesson. Our objectives will be to 1. Identify full stops and question marks. Identify full stops and question marks. 2. State the uses of full stop and question mark. State the uses of full stop and question mark. 3. Punctuate given sentences correctly with full stop and question mark. Punctuate given sentences correctly with full stop and question mark. 5. Change statements to questions. Change statements to questions. Now, to achieve the objectives, we will go through 4 processes. To achieve the objectives, we will go through 4 processes. All right. The first one is recap on punctuation, because I believe that this is not the first time you are hearing it. We have done it in our previous class. 2. Identification of full stop and question mark. Identification of full stop and question mark. 3. Correct use of full stop and question mark. Correct use of full stop and question mark. 4. Changing statements to questions. Changing statements to questions. All right. Now let's start with the first process. Recap on punctuation. Recap on punctuation. Now, what is punctuation? What is punctuation? I want you to tell me, what is punctuation? Fantastic! Punctuation is the correct use of the capital letters, full stop, comma, question mark, quotation marks, apostrophe, hyphen, and exclamation mark. Punctuation is the correct use of the capital letters, full stop, comma, question mark, quotation marks, apostrophe, hyphen, and exclamation mark. That's the meaning of punctuation. Punctuations help us to understand what we read or write. it helps us to understand what we read or write. Examples of punctuation are, we have full stop. You can see the sign inside the bracket. That is the sign of full stop. Comma. I believe you can see the sign. Question mark. Question mark. We have full stop. Comma. Question mark. Quotation marks. Quotation marks. Apostrophe. Hyphen. Exclamation mark. These are examples of punctuation. These are examples of punctuation. Then, etc. Yes, because we have other ones. All right. Let's continue. Remember, our focus in today's lesson is full stop and question mark. Our focus is full stop and question mark. Now let's go to identification of full stop and question mark. Identification of full stop and question mark. We are going to take it one after the other. Now we will start with full stop. Full stop. Full stop. Now look at it very closely. I believe you can see the sign we normally use for full stop. Whenever you are writing and somebody said you should put your full stop, this is the sign the person is expecting you to put. This sign is called full stop. Now let's talk about the correct use of full stop. We end every statement with a full stop. We end every statement with a full stop. Let's see some examples. Number 1. He is a policeman. He is a policeman. You will notice that at the end of this statement, that there is a full stop. Remember, we said that we end every statement with a full stop. And this is a statement. At the end of the statement, you put your full stop to show that you have completed what you want to write. Without the full stop, somebody may think that you are still writing. So the full stop indicates that you have come to the end of your statement. Now let's take example 2. My name is John. My name is John. Full stop. 3. I am coming. I am coming. You put your full stop. We observe this full stop seriously in writing. In speech, you may not notice it. But in writing, you must put it. We can't do without it in writing. Number 4. Mary is a girl. Mary is a girl. You will see the sign is there looking at you. Full stop. 5. I will give him my pen. I will give him my pen. You will see the sign is already there. Full stop. All right. Now let's go to the next thing. The next one we will talk about is question mark. Question mark. All right. Look at the sign very closely. I want you to identify the sign. The sign is necessary. Some people, if they write a question, and if you tell them to put their question, they will be asking you, which one is a question mark? Please look at it. You must know the sign. It's necessary. So you know what to write there. You don't go and put full stop in place of a question mark. So this is the sign. I want you to know it today. Don't forget that. All right. Now let's talk about the correct use of question mark. Correct use of question mark. We end a question with a question mark. We end a question with a question mark, especially in writing. Just as I said when I was teaching you full stop, especially in writing. In speech, though it's there, but you may not notice it. But when it comes in writing and you did not put it, if you did not indicate the sign, it shows that you don't know what you are doing. So whenever you write a question, end that question with a question mark. I believe you know this mark. You know the sign of question mark. This is the sign. Don't forget it. All right. Now let's see some examples. Number 1. What is your name? What is your name? Now look at the sentence. Look at the question very closely. You will notice that at the end of the question, there is a question mark. And this question mark indicates that what you write or what you wrote, is a question. It indicates that what you wrote is a question. If somebody is passing by and the person will just look into your book, you will not even tell the person that that thing is a question, because the person will see the question mark. Now, number 2, how old are you? This is a question. And because it's a question, you must end it with a question mark. Number 3, are you a girl or a boy? Are you a girl or a boy? There is a little mistake there. Please, what you should write there, put a question mark there, not full stop. So make sure you remove the full stop you are seeing there and put your question mark. That's what is supposed to be there and not full stop. Number 4, who are you? Who are you? At the end of that question, there is a question mark. Who are you? 5, why are you here? Chioma, why are you here? This is a question. And because it's a question, we must end it with a question mark. All right. Now let's go to the next thing we have. Changing statements to questions. Changing statements to questions. Statements can be changed to questions. Yes. Statements can be changed to questions. Let's see some examples that will guide us. Number 1, he is a policeman. He is a policeman. He is a policeman. Is he a policeman? Is he a policeman? Is he a policeman? Number 2, he is a soldier. He is a soldier. Is he a soldier? Is he a soldier? Then number 2, he is a soldier. Is he a soldier? The first sentence, I want you to notice that the first sentence is a statement. And we ended it with full stop. While the second sentence is a question. And because it's a question, we ended it with a question mark. These are traffic wardens. The examples continue. These are traffic wardens. Now the question, are these traffic wardens? Are these traffic wardens? If you look at the first sentence, you will know that it's a statement. And because it's a statement, there is a full stop there. The second one is a question. Because it's a question, there is a question mark. Number 4, I haven't seen the teacher. I haven't seen the teacher. That one is a statement, and there is a full stop at the end of the statement. Now let's take the second one. Have you seen the teacher? Have you seen the teacher? This is a question, and you must end it with a question mark. 5, she is a girl. She is a girl. That's a statement, and there is a full stop there. The next one, is she a girl? That's a question. And as you can see, we ended it with a question mark. All right. In summary, we have identified other examples of punctuation. We identified them as full stop and question mark. Then we end every statement with a full stop. I want you to recall that. I told you that we end every statement with a full stop and end a question with a question mark. Don't forget that. Whenever you write a statement, don't forget to end it with a full stop. And if you write a question, make sure you end it with a question mark. Assignment. You will do my assignment. It's necessary. Make sure you do it and you know the right place to submit your assignment. Please don't just watch and go out without this assignment. If you don't return this assignment, how will I know that you watched the video? How will I know? So I'm expecting this assignment. Don't just do away with the assignment. If I don't see your own, I will question you. Number 1, define punctuation. Define punctuation. Number 2, list 5 examples of punctuation. List 5 examples of punctuation. Number 3, the sign. Look at the sign. Can you say the sign in red? I don't know. I will not mention it. The sign is called dash. The sign is called dash. Number 4, the sign, I will not mention the sign, is called dash. The sign is called dash. Number 5, punctuate the following sentences. Punctuate the following sentences. We saw Felix at 8 o'clock. we don't have anything at the end of the sentence. So I want you to punctuate it by yourself. If it is a statement, you punctuate correctly. If it is a question, you punctuate correctly. B. Do I see him every day? Do I see him every day? C. He can't do the work. He can't do the work. D. Where is your house? Where is your house? There is nothing at the end of the sentence. So put the right thing there. E. I am a pharmacist. I am a pharmacist. F. Are you a pharmacist? Are you a pharmacist? 6. Number 6. Change the following statements to questions. Change the following statements to questions. A. His name is Jumbo. His name is Jumbo. I want you to change it to question. I haven't met the tailor. I haven't met the tailor. Change the statement to question. C. My best subject is English. My best subject is English. Change the statement to question. I haven't seen the traffic warden. I haven't seen the traffic wardens. All right. This is where we will wrap it for today's lesson. My name remains Mrs. Odinamadu Felicia. I want you to know that COVID-19 is real. Make sure you adhere to all the safety measures given to you. If you must leave your house, don't forget your face mask. Stay at home. Stay safe. Bye for now. I love you.